everybody. I'm Jelani.
Brooks.
And this is Bazil.
Bazil, yo homie, G-Bob Dog, Putty White Mama.
He's that guy.
I don't remember all that.
Yeah. And together we're Go Figure Reviews. And for today, we are doing a house tour. I've been talking about doing a house tour for a long time.
Because here at Go Figure Reviews, we say it doesn't matter how many toys you have if you don't have a house to put them in.
That's right. That's exactly what we say. And, Bazil here has a lovely home that we're going to show off today. And, tell us a little bit about yourself. What are your interests?
Well, what I enjoy doing is collecting vintage toys, repairing them if they're broken, helping other people find toys that they're looking for, and sometimes I modify them. As you'll see later in the video, I'll show you some modified toys.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty awesome. And I'm so glad. Thank you so much for having us in your lovely home. And we can start here and just start to show things off.
All right, so this is, first thing we're going to show is my, this is like where I do all my projects, restorations, and modifications and stuff like that. So this is my little diorama of the inside of a barn. And I call this the Tyco barn because Tyco toys are one of my favorite lines of toys from the 80s. Anyway, so I built this barn to build everything inside. So I build models inside of a model. So that's pretty cool. But
I like it. And I like in fact, the detail. Did you make this? Did you make this like barn like thing? This is amazing.
These are all actually paint sticks and then other small pieces of wood from Hobby Lobby.
Do you shrink yourself down and work inside?
Yeah, I do that at night when nobody else is around.
Sense.
But
the workbench on the workbench.
But yeah, if you get down real low, it's pretty cool in there. But so I got all my tools handy right here, everything in clear boxes. I don't put anything in drawers because drawers is where things go to die.
That is true.
So
that's very true.
I can see all my tools in their locations. I know where everything is and what I have and how much of it I have.
Okay.
But anyway, this is 1989 Tyco 9.6V Turbo Bandit. This is one of my most recent restorations.
That looks amazing. It's shiny.
Yeah, I polished it out.
Yeah.
Did a lot of work on it, did some replacement work, did a few repairs, but it's really nice. I don't know if for y'all that remember the Tyco RC line, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do.
Also, one of my most recent restorations is the blue line from Voltron. This is the 1981 first one. It's made out of steel. But I did a lot of paint work on it, mainly, is all I did to it. But anyway.
It's pretty good.
But that's what I do here. All right, so this here is all my junk that I got stored in these holes here.
Got a nice shelf set up here.
Yeah, my grandmother actually gave me this because she moved into a house and then she didn't want this in the house, so we moved it down here, so I get it for free. It's awesome. But
free shelves are always the best shelves.
But so anyway, so I got my Ninja Turtle stuff and then my G.I. Joe stuff and then some Transformer stuff and then some RC stuff and electrics. But I love my Ninja Turtle stuff. It was my favorite when I was a little boy, I think, out of all toys. And so these are the 1989 13-inch figures.
I used to love those as a kid. I had the Leonardo.
I think I actually had the Raphael.
Yeah.
But it's the only one I don't have right now. But anyway, so I got them, and I had all the figures in the box from 89 through 92, but I had to sell a bunch of them. So these are the only two actually carded figures I have left, Leonardo and April O'Neil. And
nice.
I got the original Party Wagon box up here. And there's Michelangelo 13-inch figure. And then I got the original Party Wagon displayed here. And let's see, this is a HeroClix Ninja Turtle van that my mom bought me for Christmas one year.
That looks pretty cool.
It's actually the closest replica to the cartoon van I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But
very detailed.
And then the pizza thrower, brand new, displayed. And then I got the Flush-O-Matic, which is one of my favorites because it uses slime. Any of the slime toys are usually my favorite.
Yeah.
But
that's a pretty decent one. You do have slime, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
Now this has been opened though, but I had one that was sealed, but I had to sell it. But
Okay.
so let's see. And then I got some G.I. Joe stuff here. This is the only original thing. I mean, the only thing that's not original is the HasLab G.I. Joe Sky Striker.
Okay.
And my mother bought it for me for my birthday. And it's really cool because here it is on display down here. And it's really cool because it's a lot like the original, but kind of better because it's got more missile attachments and it does different things, has different features like the sonar thing on the front here. And it's got the parachutes inside the seats, and it has the catch hook on the back for the carrier that catches the cable, and just all kinds of cool stuff. But I got some unopened vintage missiles and vintage carded figures up here. And this here, the slam is sealed and been opened. And,
okay, slam. Let the boys be boys.
Let's see. So this G.I. Joe Striker here, G.I. Joe. Wait, what is this called? Yeah, Striker. What's funny short story about this is my mother bought me this figure at Walmart one day before school, or I picked it out before school one day. And as soon as I got to school, a kid seen it and said, "You got Monkey Wrench?" Yeah. And I said, "Yeah." And he had this Striker used, opened up and everything, but it was okay. But I was more into cars and things like that when I was little. So he said, "I'll trade you this Striker for the Monkey Wrench figure." And I was like, "Heck yeah!" So I traded with him, and I was happy because I had a vehicle, versus just a figure. But anyway, so I bought these two so I'd have them and could tell the story. You know what I mean?
Very nice.
So I got the Striker and the Monkey Wrench now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
that's very nice, man.
Yeah. So then I got some Transformers. This is a knockoff of the original.
I may have had that at one time.
Yeah, it's got the styrofoam, so it's vintage. Yeah. It's a knockoff from the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a Chinese knockoff from the 1980s when this was actually made.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that's what's really cool about it.
Yeah.
Plus, I can't afford the original.
Yeah.
So and then down here I have what's his name? Jetfire.
Jetfire.
Now, it's funny on
Robotech.
On the cartoons he was called Skyfire, but in the actual comic books and the toy it's Jetfire.
Yeah,
I think that's correct. But anyway, yeah, this is the only Transformer that wasn't actually a Transformer from Japan first. And
I'd never seen one like that lovely and pristine.
Yeah, the only thing it's missing is there's a piece of styrofoam that goes on the inside here that actually keeps it closed. But then I got a few Hot Wheels up here, vintage Hot Wheels, 1981, 1985, and I think 1985 also, but I'm not getting into like collecting all kinds of Hot Wheels because that gets crazy.
Yeah, it can.
So
it's a collection thing, man.
Yeah. So what I've done is got my favorite ones I actually had when I was a boy. And that was the blue with the metallic paint Ford truck, and then the Ultra Hot series Hot Wheels, which the Ultra Hots, when they come out, was a super big deal because they come out with thinner axles and they could roll faster because less rolling resistance. And then this is kind of, the Speed Fleet is kind of a gimmick off of the Ultra Hots. It's just another name. But anyway, I wanted to get it too because I had that one.
Okay.
And
let's see. They look pretty good, man.
And then
so far, so good.
And then I have a few vintage RCs, which is one of my biggest passions of all this stuff, is a restore. And this is the 1990 heads-up turbo hopper made by Tyco. And a lot of you older folks will remember this and probably had it. But I restored this one to like new conditions. And let's see, up here I have a Radio Shack Golden Arrow in the box, new.
Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest RCs back then because it had proportional electronics and stuff. And then over here I have some Tyco on-road Porsches. And I actually had this one when I was a boy. And then I found this one. I found these two together on eBay and didn't know that this one even existed. But anyway, I got them for a real good deal. And then this one I restored, the box I restored also. Put a new window in it and everything.
That's right, you restore boxes.
Yeah,
yeah. Tell us a little about that too, man. That's pretty cool.
Well, if the corners are frayed and stuff, I know how to fix that. I know how to do touch-up paint work. I know how to replace windows. It's just stuff like that. I know how to fix the styrofoam inside if it's, broken or something.
Very nice.
And I have cool things like this model car from, I think, 1984. What's cool about this is, I bought it again, so I'd have it, but I have a picture of me from 1984.
Oh, cool.
Building this model car.
So, that's awesome.
So I built as much as I had built here in the picture and just left it like that so I would have, together. But I just thought that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is actually very neat.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thanks for showing us this stuff, man.
Yeah. All right, so this is a huge RC project that I do. I told you I'll do custom stuff. And this is one of the customizations I've done. This was a toy tank made by 21st Century Toys. And basically it was, the electronics in it was terrible and it just went one speed back and forth and everything. And so I rebuilt the whole thing and give it proportional electronics. So I give it proportional electronics. I added incandescent lighting. These were solid plastic lights, just solid plastic. I had to hole them out and put LEDs in there. And I put all kinds of detail all over it. And I pulled all the old electronics out and put 2 ESCs made by Hobby Wing. So now it's, proportional and it can drive it slow or fast,
That is crazy.
But,
wow.
But anyway, the whole idea behind this project is I've been at war for 5 years with chipmunks. Trying to get underneath my house, burrowing under the foundation. So we're going to equip this with some kind of projectile shooting unit.
Okay.
And we're going to take care.
Chippendale figure in there. They think their owner turning against them.
Oh yeah. Start a civil war with chipmunks. Yeah. But this is hopefully the solution to the chipmunk problem.
Absolutely. I think chipmunks will definitely be afraid of your tank.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I don't know if the bullets are street legal or anything.
Well, we're not going to talk about that too much because it's on YouTube. But they've won a few battles, but I'm going to win the war.
Sounds fair.
We have some like Mad Max chipmunks.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
So there you go on that.
Absolutely. And of course, we need to show off, our play date. And this is Bazil's entire collection of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, which there are a lot.
Vintage.
They are vintage. Yes, vintage are awesome. I'm just holding this foot soldier because he's got a bag of feet and everything in here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, tell us about some of the stuff, man. Tell us about most of the things you want to show off.
Like I was saying earlier, I restore things and do stuff. And this wacky walking mouser, it didn't work so well when we got it. And I rebuilt the whole thing. It's hard to do because these are sonic welded together, the bodies. So you got to basically pry them and stuff to get them apart and hope they don't break. But anyway, I was able to restore it and restore the gearbox. And so this wacky walking mouser walks better than anyone I've ever seen.
Really?
Because
you gotta show that.
This guy, he goes great. Most of them just barely go and then they're done. But he works really good.
That's insane. I like that.
And I was wanting to show this So this is a 1989 party wagon, but it's very special because, okay, all the party wagons are made with the windows. They just have stickers on the windows. But if you look on the back of the box, it has the windows cut out because it's the prototype model, and they're usually different. So anyway, so I took this one and I very carefully milled out all the plastic windows. So every window is open on this, even the front little side mirrors or side windows here are cut out, and it's done to where it looks like it's a factory job. So no one else that I know has a party wagon like this that's done like the prototype. So anyway,
that's awesome, dude. I mean, the time you're taking to put, all this work into it. Yeah, it's amazing.
But yeah, I always wondered.
How long does it usually take?
This right here is about a 3 or 4 hour job of rough cutting, and then maybe 2 more hours of filing and sanding and flame polishing. If you don't know what flame polishing is,
totally lost.
Basically, you take a lighter and you turn it upside down. You use the blue part of the flame, and you rake it across the plastic, and it actually melts the surface only and polishes that surface. So, yeah, so that's one of my modifications. That's a modification to a vintage toy. But then I have this cool thing I modified also. Now, everybody else's shredder, vintage shredder, everybody knows he's a real big pain to stand up.
Yes, because his legs are terrible.
Because they made him really strange.
Yeah, he's got like those awkward legs and arms.
Yeah, so he's really hard to stand up. So anyway, so I hacked his legs off of another one, and then I resculpted them straight, so he stands up.
He's perfect.
So I call him my stand-up shredder, but I need a cape and belt for him. He looks really cool in the cape and belt. I've put one on him. But anyway, so wow, he made it all the way over there. Like you walk a mouse.
He walked out.
But anyway,
it's not bad. I would put these together, but yeah, he's not going to stand. It was great though. Gosh, you got the cape and everything on here. But yeah, let me see that one too, man.
That's a soft.
That's amazing that his legs are so straight.
Yep.
Okay, it's fairly decent.
Well, the reason they made him in that stance originally is so he would fit in the bubble. Yeah. So it'd fit in the same bubble that all the other cards have, so playmates wouldn't have to make a new bubble for the card. But yeah,
perfect.
Anyway, that's my
not too
toys
bad,
there.
Dude. Not too bad at all. We're gonna start playing now, so that's what we do.
All right, so I got one more thing to show you.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. So I had a guest bathroom, and there ain't nobody here but me. So I did the right thing and turned it into a spaceship.
All right.
Of course.
So check this out.
That's the best way to go, man.
This is a vault door. Still working on it, but anyway, this is my ship. It's docked in the secret location.
All right, and here we are inside of the cockpit of the spaceship, and man, Bazil, this is pretty good, man. I mean, just spinning around in general, it's a pretty good little bathroom you got set up here. Tell us about this bathroom, man.
Well, like I said, it was a guest bathroom. And it's just me living in the house, so I said, why do I need a guest bathroom? So I did the right thing and built a spaceship. So, I just love, this is kind of like a getaway place. It's kind of like a sci-fi make-believe getaway place, so I don't have to deal with anything in here. I can't hear anything out there because of the rumbling of the warp drive engines. I hope that picks up through the speakers. But anyway, the warp drive, the engines are shaking the seats, and there's vibration in here. There's all kinds of.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah,
I definitely feel it.
There's all kinds of interactive things in here.
And you have some screens on here.
This is a diagnostic screensaver that I have, and I'm going to get a gaming system, but I have things like this is like warp drive right here, so you can just sit back and just kind of relax. in the warp drive.
and like it's rumbling, and the rumble feeling is it's amazing. Along with that warp drive, like it's very trippy.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. And I will pull it up some closer so you can see it. That is amazing.
this floor here. This floor was a lot of work because this is real expanded metal flooring. I wanted the sound and everything to be, as realistic as a real ship as possible. So, it's
Nice
it's all
and
real
sturdy.
floor. I got conduit piping deep underneath the flooring.
That is insane.
I got real things like real industrial connector cables that just make everything more real. And,
It's
just
so detailed, man. And like you
I
have
got-
all these lights and all this sound attached to it. I didn't know you could put this in a house.
and this is made to be like a 1980s spaceship, a sci-fi 1980s.
Yeah.
And all these actuators and hydraulic cylinders you see are the inner workings of the outer deflector shields on the outside of the ship.
Okay.
So it's a very mechanical ship looking and feeling. So anyways, everything's like, it's not like Star Trek where everything's real nice and smooth and streamlined. It's like real rough and, it's
very, very like tubular. It's like a spaceship from the 80s. Yeah, it's very nice, man.
Another thing that's cool is I got some people that I know that I can't talk about.
Mhm.
And I got some parts in here that I can't talk about that's off real rocket ships from NASA.
Oh.
So, but I can't talk about that, but
Things you don't want to disclose.
yeah.
I understand, man.
But it just makes it a little cooler. It gives it a cooler feel to me because I know what it is. But
Mhm.
I can tell my close friends, but I can't, tell you two.
Right.
But and this is another thing. Building something like this, you got to think about maintenance.
Right.
So
The upkeep. How
Yeah.
do you keep this up, man?
So if like one of these LED lights was to go out or something like that, this hatch right here in the front above the view screen, well, you undo these two pins and these hydraulic cylinders swing down, and then this whole hatch comes out, and I crawl on top of the ship, and I have giant bus fuses lined up where all these wires go into the bus fuses, and then it's super easy to do because everything goes. It's just like really organized up there on top and everything. But yeah, anyways. Like I said, just a place to hang out and relax with your
I
buddies.
love it, man. I love the chair I'm sitting in. Everything about this is so cool. And it's just one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Of course, it's got a normal laptop there.
Yeah, laptop.
With the console.
Basically, all that's doing is running the warp drive sounds. But,
Yeah.
and this is just some moon footage. It's sci-fi. It's not the real moon, but it's just something else you can look at. But I want to get a gaming system here where I can play Star Wars Battlefront because that'd be really fun in here.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm
anyway,
a huge fan of it, man. Thank you so much for sharing this on, man.
yeah.
Okay, so all in all, this is awesome. This, I think, Bazil, you did it, man. This is one of the things that I really appreciate you doing is creating a spaceship in your house. Brooks, what are your thoughts on this thing, man?
I think I'm going to go home, and even though I only have one bathroom, I'm just going to demolish my bathroom and make my own spaceship. Who needs a shower?
That's right. No one, man.
I can poop in the woods.
That's right. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to do more house tours in the future. We really appreciate everybody that's liking and sharing and subscribing to our channel. We're at 196 subscribers, so please keep it up. We really enjoy the videos that show off our passion, and this is Bazil's passion, and we are really appreciative for him to show us these things. And man, we're just gonna end it here. Thank you guys once again, and of course, get out there and go figure.